Hello, y'all. Welcome to Tips on Deck Tarot. I'm your girl, the Taronista. I'm just coming at you guys with a daily collective reading for the night, and then we're gonna wrap it up. So I'm a spiritual. Well, I read energy and I talk to ancestors. If you like to book a reading with me, it's gonna be $25. And yeah, so if you like my content or you like what I'm saying or anything resonates with you, subscribe, like, comment, share the live. I don't know. Today's been the dry. I don't know, I've been feeling kind of bogged down. It's so funny. Like, it's happiness, right? But what I'm noticing is the flag. Pride is coming up. So on my LGBTQ, ABCD, elemental P. Happy Pride, y'all. Pride is coming up, but it's also talking about happiness or whatever. And it's funny, right? So, I love me some LGBTQ community, like the culture, the voguing, come on, message. Some of you may feel like you're not resonating with the stuff that you once did like you used to anymore, right? Because it's making me think about polls. It's making me think about every gay person every out gay person that I know, right? That wasn't afraid to let their freak flag fly and just be themselves. People need to find a home sometimes, right? Everybody's not going to accept you for who you are. That's just like, even as with me doing readings and stuff, everybody wasn't receptive to me. Like, people made fun of me, and it was like mostly relatives or whatever. Like, a lot of people made fun of me, but I don't give a shit. But those same people that made fun of me still came back to me asking me for readings, so who gives a fuck? I don't think I'm supposed to be talking too much. Hello, uniquely me. How are you? So right now it's about standing in your truth. It's about loving on yourself. It's about a lot of stuff is not going to resonate with you the way that it used to anymore. It's not. So you trying to figure out who you are in this space and how you should be, or who you should become and how you should become in this space, and what you should do rolling or moving forward. You know what I'm saying? It's so funny because I don't get co-host invites, but I keep getting them. The next one I get, I'm going to join for the plot. And you might be doing stuff for the plot just to see where it takes you. Page of Clubs, right? So, again, like I said, stuff might not be resonating with you anymore. So now it's like you trying to put your foot in the water and see what you get. Like, she got a fish in her cup. And her and the fish is about to give the fish and the cup is about to give each other kisses. So it's just like welcoming and stuff. You're not going to kiss on a person if they breath stink or, well, I mean, if you love them, like, when the breath be something heinous, but if you love them, you're not going to kiss on somebody that you don't really fuck with like that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So right now, it's about finding your footing and where you are, because everything's not resonating with you the way that it used to. And in order to do that, you have to go ahead and find your bliss. So some of you might be reverting back to what made you happy as a child, right? And walking away from what's no longer serving you and what's no longer making you comfortable. And if it's not like, okay, not even making you comfortable, we repeat patterns because of familiarity, because of comfortability. But at the end of the day, those relationships and those places and those people that you had to let go, you let them go because of familiarity. Like, yeah, you feel good to me, you feel nice to me, but I know how this story ends. So now you got to be in a place of where you feel uncomfortable. Now it's the unknown. Now it's the dark path. Like, look how heartbroken this little stick figure person is. It's so funny. And this is a whole lot of inner child. You could be connected with your children, but it's a whole lot of inner child energy, because I don't know if y'all remember that show back in the day that came on Nickelodeon called the Stick Stiglies or something like that, with the stick figure people. It was a cute little show. It was hilarious. And it also makes me think about Angela Anaconda, like people that was cut out of newspapers, like, you know, stuff like that. Like, I was watching a Walt Disney movie and they were talking about how everything like came to be, and he was like down on his luck when he met his little mouse. They was gonna call Mickey Morton. What kind of shit is that? Who fucking with Morton? Morton Mouse? He sounds too grown, right? And you're gonna be tight-lipped right now. Why you finding your bliss? Why you traveling into the unknown? You keeping shit to your chest. You see how no cards is trying to come out. You only gonna wow. And some of y'all might be tight-lipped right now because you might be fighting with yourself. You don't want to fight with other people or try to explain yourself and let people know why this is good for you, why this feels right for you. Trying stuff. You're trying stuff, and instead of like getting lip out of people or telling people this is why you doing it, nah, you just doing it. You just doing it. If it work, it work, and if it don't, it don't. And it's a lot of like if it's competition there, right? It's a lot of fighting. People be in silent competition with you. You tell somebody, about an idea that you pitched them an idea or whatever, and it seems like on the surface they're supporting you, but then outwardly they're not. It's funny, right? I'm not gonna call it secret competition, but I'm not gonna lie, this was something that kinda hurt me a little bit. The 10 of Cups, your happiness. Nobody can stand in the way of your happiness. You might be entering into an oversaturated market, or a market that you may feel is oversaturated, and that's fine. Everything's oversaturated. Everything. If you didn't have oversaturation, then you wouldn't be able to say, "Oh, I don't want this Revlon lip gloss. I want this Fenty one. I don't want this 51. I want this Lanier. I want this Bobbi Brown." You know? So sometimes oversaturation is good, because just because something is oversaturated, that doesn't mean that it's not the same. Or you might bring something into the fold that's completely different than what everybody else has going on. Like me, for instance, I tell people shake their titties. Shake your titties. I'm not in the titty shaking mood, but TikTok got all these rules and things, and I ain't trying to get banned every fucking time I do something. I'm about tired of that shit. I'm just trying to keep it cute. Look, I'm fully dressed. I'm out here looking like motherfucking what's her name? I'm giving La Madama energy, okay? So I'm not giving sexy bitch Pumbajira or Shunya Moja. Not to say La Madama ain't sexy, but that's my mom right there, right? So, and then like if you hear the music in the background, I put on the frequency because I felt very overstimulated. My mind was all over the place. Just kind of calm me down. I don't know. If it's annoying you, then good. Get the fuck on. Safely, of course. But don't forget to like the live. As you coming in, make sure you tap it on the live. You saying hello or whatever. Just tap on live. I'll do some free yes or no questions, but again, tap on the live. And for everybody that likes the live and follows me, you get a free yes or no question for today. If you want to read it, it's $25. On live. Yeah, so this frequency is something that is very different. I wasn't expecting this to be what it is, but it's actually very soothing and very clearing of my mind right now. I enjoys it. I do. I enjoys it. So, yeah. So as you, I was about to tell a story. So, right. So I was writing something, and I asked one of my friends to read it, and she read it, and like she was thrown off by it or whatever, and I was just like, because she thought it was gonna be something else, and I was like, all right, cool. But then she read it and was like, oh, I thought it was gonna be something else. It kind of threw me off. So I was like, but what do you think? So she was like, I'm still trying to process it or whatever. I'm not gonna lie, that made me a little sad. I was like, well, damn, I thought she would have been happy for me. And she was just talking about she thrown off. But I was like, you know what? If you thrown off by something, you thrown off by something. I'm just saying that just to say Because I'm hearing bet on it. If you're going to bet on anybody, you got to bet on yourself. Because like I said, in this energy, it's about doing what makes you uncomfortable. Now makes you comfortable. And you have to find that comfort in being uncomfortable. Once you can get there, you'll be fine. Right? So the judgment card being here, I just reflected on the past situation. Just look, sometimes you might do something to somebody and it might be off-putting to them and it might not be what they expect of you. And that's fine. But how a person knows you doesn't mean that's who you are. It's parts of you that everybody looks at you in a certain way, right? In a very different way than what you look at yourself, right? You could put 5 people in a room and you're going to have 5 different perspectives on who you are. Then you'll find out who really fuck with you and then who don't, or just how people see you in general. Then you're going to find out who's just a bandwagon jumper versus who's there and who's solid for you. So if you're going off based off of what people feel about you, you always going to be flying in the wind and you're going to be up and down, right? Some of us have star power. Some of us are natural fucking celebrities. Not in a bad way. It's just that's you it. You probably never felt like that because people put you down or whatever. But you got to think about why people put you down. You ever went somewhere and then found out it was multiple haters in the room? And it's like I could do one of 2 things. I could remove myself or I could stay here and still have a good motherfucking time and let y'all bitches be sour. Or you could also be like, you could just change the vibe and the energy in the room. Ace of Pentacles. Money. Don't let nothing stop your shine. Don't let nothing stop your hustle. The 8 of Pentacles. Keep working. Keep going. Keep going no matter what. It took a lot for me to even push myself to get on live today. I really didn't want to. This really makes me uncomfortable. Like I used to get on live on Instagram all the time, like every night. But I also knew I had like at least one fan. I had one supporter in the crowd. So that's where the comfort came from, right? But at the same time, it's still like if you're going to be betting on one person to support you and not you supporting yourself, then you're going to fuck yourself up every time. People say, let your gifts make space for you. We're going to see what that's giving. All right, but as you coming in, tap the screen, like the live. I'm doing free yes or no readings. If you follow me, then I'll do a free yes or no reading for you. My name is Taranisa. Shake your titties as you come in. I would shake them with you right now, but I ain't got it in me to do it. How's everybody's week going so far? Again, walking away, just moving on. So some of y'all just might be just moving on from stuff. Look, it's a full moon, but it's crescent. Most of it is blacked out. It's a crescent moon. I mean, that the moon phase is almost over. And it's paired up with the 8 of Cups. And there's like a cloud. And it's funny because to me, more so, the cloud looks like this is what the person thinks that they're like. When you leave stuff and people behind, sometimes it never feels good, right? It never feels good because it's like, I didn't want to leave this person alone. I didn't want to have to stay away from you. But the way that things are going, this is not going to be a healthy situation. It's not going to be a healthy outcome. It's not going to be a healthy outcome for me. You know, you may feel good, but I'm not, or whatever. So sometimes you have to leave a situation alone. I had to cut some people off recently because I realized it was a pattern going on. We cool today, and then you pull back tomorrow, and then as soon as the 2 of y'all get into, you want to run over here. We're not doing that. Stay over there. Stay over there. We're too old for that. And even as young people, I mean, little girls do that. Like, oh, you expect little 8, 7-year-olds to do that or whatever, but you can still explain to your children too, like, hey, baby, I don't want this to become a pattern, right? Because you're going to keep doing this all the time. You got to figure out what you're going to do. You got to sit down and have a real conversation. And if you don't like what's happening, you don't like what's going on, then you might have to just remove yourself a little bit just to see what's going on. Or you might feel like you're missing this and that or whatever. And, kids don't listen or whatever. Or maybe they will. Who knows? But it makes you think about it. Like, I'll never forget when my daughter's friend called her and she was so heartbroken because the little girl that she liked didn't like her, or she like kissed a boy or something like that. And I was like, oh, just put her in your phone as the roach queen or whatever. She's a little roach. And I was like, y'all are kids, y'all are young, you don't know what you like, you don't know who you like, so you're gonna like everybody right now, right? And the good part about it is that you could be honest with yourself and open with yourself about who you like right now. And it's not just for a trend, or it's not just for something, because you're not sure. As long as you're not doing no extra stuff, as long as you're not kissing and rubbing and humping and touching it, because then that's another conversation that needs to be had, right? Yeah, it's like you just gotta protect the kids. And like I said, it's another conversation that needs to be had. It's about being able to tame the lion. It's about being able to walk into the room and remix the energy. I forgot what movie it was. It was a movie, and it was like something real ferocious. And I'm gonna just use the House Party, the new one, as an example. The koala was whooping the dark skinned dude's ass. The koala was whooping everybody's ass, right? It whooped the Rotimian them ass. And then Maya came and she was like, "Come here, koala, come here," and it was so calm. In order to tame the beast, or in order to receive love, you don't got to be the loudest person in the room. You don't got to be the scariest, spookiest person in the room. You just have to be yourself, and it's that comfort in knowing like who you are. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I judge my energy off of the way that babies and animals respond to me. So if I'm walking in the door, at me, I'm like, oh, I need to take a bath. If a baby is coming to me and they all over me and I don't know that baby, then I'm just like, okay, I'm cool. I'm good. The baby like me. Again, like I said, it's about owning your power. Being able to put your feet and dip your feet in the sand and just stay there and chill. Like the other day, I was walking home, right? And I just came from the pizza shop. I'm walking home or whatever, and I was like, oh, look, let me go to the park. But before I went to the park, I said, let me hug this tree real quick. And it felt so good. It felt so good. Okay. Well, if you want to give me something, I'm more than open to it. But I hugged the tree and it felt so good. And the only thing about hugging trees is when you hug one tree, all the other trees want hugs too. Don't believe me, try it. You'll hug a tree and then all the other trees start standing out to you. That's them calling to you like, where my hug at? I said, I this is what I promised myself. Who are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How you doing?
I'm good.
That's good.
What?
That's good.
Yeah.
So what you doing today?
Excuse me. Excuse me.
I don't know. Excuse me.
Go sleep. Wanna sleep, Mama Amina. Mama Amina way.
Thank you. How you get rid of people when you put them on your live? I don't know how to do that. That was my first time. I was trying to get rid of his ass. How people be doing that? I gotta get familiar with this live business. Wow. You're going to be choosing what you want to give to and what you're not, right? You have a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff coming up, and you're balancing out that energy by saying, okay, I'm going to give to this right now. I'm going to give to that. Or I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this right now. Everything's going to get the same amount of energy from you, but you're going to do it in spurts, and you're going to do it in an organized manner. You have the power. What you communicate to the universe is exactly what you will receive. And if you don't already, you're gonna have like a better understanding of how to communicate with the universe, how to communicate with yourself when no one hears, no one looks, and no one's watching, and how to go ahead and move forward. It's about manipulation. So also you might be manipulating some people, meaning like every form of manipulation is not bad, but everybody gets manipulated in some way. And it's just like when you go to work and your boss asks you to stay. I don't like saying boss, but the leadership on duty asks you to do something, right? But they ask you to do it in a certain way, or it's a person that you like. That's a manipulation tactic. Oh, they like you. They gonna stay for you. It's like I worked at Forever 21, right? And one of the supervisors had asked me to stay. Oh, could you stay extra? I was like, yeah. Then I hear him tell another supervisor, like, see, we got more people. I was like, oh, you ungrateful bastard. I was like, yeah, actually, I got to go. I just got to call. Like, 'cause I didn't like that because that's not ungrateful, right? But as you learn, because you got all the tools you need, you got everything you need in this time. It might be a little performative, and that's the fun part, right? Because you get to be authentically you. I mean, every day you get to be authentically you. You get to step into your power and be who you are. That's what's going to balance your life and your world. If you've been asking for more peace and more structure and more balance, what's going to give it to you is by using what you got to get what you want out of life, out the universe. The universe says, your wish is my command. This is the most emotional King of Cups I ever seen. King of Cups is always like, you'll be in control of your emotions, but it's like count it all joy. And it's also going to be kind of dangerous, right? Because the King of Cups, he's here on water, but behind him is the calm before the storm. You know how people say, if you do some fuck shit and I start laughing, you need to run? That's the type of shit you want to be on, right? So it's like, you'll be unpredictable, not in a bad way. Maybe for other people, but not for you, because you'll know. You'll be tapped into your emotions and your feelings and where you are and where you do. I don't know why I just heard the scars remind us that the past is real. I tear my heart open just to feel. So some of y'all might be breaking your own heart just to understand where you are. It's funny because I knew this girl who told me like she does a cry. She schedules a cry every week or every month, just to get it out. And I was like, that's pretty cool. I want to try to do that. So that way I have my emotions intact. And that's what this King of Cups is giving me. And it's kind of funny. It's like a blunt with water in it. But this is what's going to make you stable, right? And this is what's going to have people continuously guessing about like what's going on, who you are, how they got there. See, I want to accept this one, but I don't know how to get people off my shit. I got to figure that out. I have to start accepting more. Pull up one more card. Again, if you follow me, like the live, tap the live as you coming in. You get it for yes or no question. Back to this. More adventure, more competition. You probably got a lot of people trying to compete with you. You may not even be doing nothing. That's the thing, right? Some of us don't have to do shit. All you got to do is breathe. And you thinking that you look crazy, or you thinking that, oh, I'm not. Mind you, you got somebody sitting next to you in a tizzy trying to figure out how it is. Like, well, why she gets it, And mind you, you might be thinking the worst of yourself. You got somebody else bothered with a capital B and a lowercase othered. Okay? Capital motherfucking B and a lowercase othered. Bothered. Just because you're breathing and you. Competition comes from people trying to study you. So just be careful about who wants to be around you all of a sudden. Who want to hug on you all of a sudden. Who trying to all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? Because all of that is energy. Who's thinking of you all of a sudden? Rebuke that shit. Rebuke that shit. Anyway, I hope you see great pair of tips today, even if they're your own. Sincerely yours, the Taranista. Good night, everybody.